Welcome to Tailgate Talks. I'm Dr. Lindsay Waechter-Mead, a Nebraska Beef Extension Educator. Today's topic is colostrum management. We are well underway in calving season here in Nebraska, and I wanted to give you a few tips and tricks on how you can ensure that your calves are getting the adequate start that they need. So first, let's recall that when a calf is born, it doesn't have any antibodies from mom. The cow will actually place the antibodies that the calf needs into the colostrum, and the calf will gain those antibodies after it takes its first meal and they absorb across the intestinal lining. Now, timing becomes extremely important in these situations because we know that the first 4 hours of life is when we have peak absorption of those antibodies. Once we reach 12 hours of age, over half of those absorption sites in the intestinal lining have closed down. At 24 hours, we have complete gut closure, which means we will not have any more absorption of antibodies that will get into the circulation of that calf. And now that calf is going to have a much harder time fighting off pathogens and diseases for the rest of its life. So the first 4 hours are critical that that calf gets up and nurses and gets the adequate amount of colostrum. So how do you know how much colostrum your calf is getting? One easy thing that you can do to try and look at and gauge the quality of colostrum in your herd is by monitoring body condition score. We know that as body condition score increases, so does colostrum quality. So as the body condition score goes up, the colostrum concentration of antibodies exponentially increases as well. So for a cow, if I have a healthy cow in a body condition score of a 5 or a 6, then we know that she's going to have enough colostrum for that calf, hopefully to provide it for what it needs for the rest of its life. There are opportunities where maybe that calf did not get up to nurse, and we might need to intervene and help. So my rule of thumb is if I have helped any cow give birth, if there was a dystocia, if I pulled a calf, a C-section, or there was a prolonged labor, we are going to make sure that that calf gets colostrum. The best source is going to be from the cow or from mom. So if you have her caught, the best thing to do is milk her out and to physically give it to the calf either through a nipple or a tube feeder. If for some reason you don't have the opportunity to get to that cow, you can use some stored colostrum if you had a cow in your herd that you milked out and you froze. That's actually good for a year. Now I realize that there are going to be situations that we don't have opportunity to get either one of those things, and that's when we start to reach for over-the-counter products. The most important thing to remember is that you read the label. We know that more is better. More recent research has shown us that between 250 to 300 grams of IgG antibodies are needed in this calf in the first 24 hours of life. Most of those products will be between 50 grams to 150 grams over the counter. You want to make sure that you're reading the label properly to ensure that you get the correct amount of antibodies. The supplements are going to have less antibodies in them, and they're also going to be less expensive. So if you have a cow and a calf that will not get back together in that first 24 hours, you're definitely going to need one that has more colostrum, more antibodies in the colostrum to ensure that that calf gets the proper start that it needs. For more information on calving season and colostrum management, please visit beef.unl.edu. I wish you all a very happy and healthy calving season. Thanks for watching.